Graduates of the class of spring 2020, honored guests, faculty, staff, parents, and friends, welcome to the Philip Merrill College of Journalism commencement ceremony. We are proud to honor the women and men who have completed the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Journalism, Master of Arts in Journalism, Graduate Certificate in Multimedia Studies, and Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. We wish we could all be together today, celebrating such a tremendous and hard-earned milestone in all of your lives. However, our even greater wish is good health for each and every one of you as you leave Merrill College. We know this isn't how you wanted to end your college careers, but it is not always about how you finish, because this is just the beginning. You all have such bright futures in front of you as the next wave of young journalists. We have taught you all we can and will always be a resource to help you along the way. As soon as Dr. Anthony Fauci says so, it will be your turn to step into professional newsrooms, studios, Capitol buildings, and sports arenas. You will take what you have learned and continue the path that you have learned here. We know this is a scary and uncertain time. We know that the job market is unsettling amid this crisis, but it will not always be this way. Stories need to be told, and these times, both during and before the coronavirus, have shown that the powerful will always need to be held account. The journalism jobs in front of you might not look the way they did 1 year, 1 month, or even 1 week ago, but there will always be opportunities for what we train Merrill-made students to do. Even now, even amid all of this, our students continue to be hired and desired, and we are here to help you get where you want to go. Just look at what you did here. From the Code Red climate change collaboration with NPR that to date has won an unprecedented 4, yes, at least 4 major professional awards, to the stories you reported and produced to run on PBS NewsHour, to all of the investigative work you've done in our new Howard Center for Investigative Journalism and as members of Capitol News Service. Your work has appeared in the Washington Post and on ABC News. You have been doing real-world journalism since you walked through our doors, and now it's your turn to do it every day. We will always be here for you, but you are ready for the real world of journalism. You are talented and you are ready. While this might not have been the ending you envisioned for your college days, sitting in your living rooms instead of marching across a stage, you will get your chance. It is not always about how you finish. This is just the beginning. We are so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what's to come. And now we'd like to show you a video for our graduates, produced by our talented alumna, Alex Glass.
Hey, class of 2020.
Hey, 2020 graduates.
It is a pleasure to congratulate you all.
After graduation, I learned quickly how well the things I learned at Merrill translated into the working world.
It's a good lesson here. There is no news in a newsroom. It's all out there.
You never know where the big stories are going to be.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, if you embrace it, if you love it, you'll be successful.
Working in a newspaper in this era is rife with challenges, but it's also complete with amazing opportunities to make lasting change.
My career as a full-time journalist for more than 20 years has had a series of jump for joy, how awesome was that moments, and it's also dished out a hearty share of turd sandwiches.
But I have found that in the midst of adversity, that is when we grow the most and we're challenged the most.
Right here in Gate.
The 6 years that I have been in news, I have learned so much about the world. I've met so many great people. I have told so many great stories.
People will tell you no. That doesn't mean that you should stop trying.
Have faith that what you do is very important, that the work that journalists do is very important.
Some of the stories you're going to tell, especially in your first market, are going to change you.
Successes that I've had, I never could have predicted.
I still love what I do.
When you hear problems around you and you can do something about it, it's literally your job. And that is so empowering.
You crossed the threshold today in making that leap from protege to professional. And let me congratulate you for all the energy and hard work you've put in during your time at Merrill College.
Congratulations. I can't wait to see what you do next.
You have the world at your fingertips, and I hope that the next chapter is a bright one for you.
Congratulations to you guys, and best of luck going forward.
And I look forward to seeing all your bylines and all of your incredible achievements.
Hats off to you guys, and I'm so excited to bump elbows with some of you out in the field one day. Congrats again.
Congratulations, the class of 2020. Good luck.
And I'll save a seat for you. You guys be good. Congratulations.
And now for our commencement speaker, Maria Douglas Reef. Maria earned her master's degree from Merrill College in 1992 and went on to build an outstanding career as a newsroom leader at the St. Paul Pioneer Press, the Star Tribune, and now as managing editor for content at the Houston Chronicle. Maria's first year at the Pioneer Press coincided with my last year at the Pioneer Press. I have admired Maria from the first day we met in the newsroom in 1992. Maria, we are beyond thrilled to have you speak to our graduates. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Dean Douglas, faculty, staff, parents, and University of Maryland, Philip Merrill College of Journalism, class of 2020. Fellow Terrapins, I am thrilled to be with you today. Congratulations, and congratulations to you too, parents, because we know this is your degree too. At least that's what my mom would tell me. You're among the thousands of students who will never forget 2020. Yes, this sucks. I would rather be in Ritchie Coliseum with you. I'd rather wear a cap and gown and tear up at Pomp and Circumstance. And you didn't get Oprah or Michelle or Harry Styles. That's not where we are. Our reality is this right now, but what I'm excited about is you, a new batch of very talented journalists who are going to be unleashed on the world. These are unprecedented times. This pandemic will shape you in ways you don't know yet. I do know this, we need you. We need the investigative reporters, we need the data analysts, we need the science writers, we need the political reporters, more than ever. It wasn't too long ago, okay, it was long ago, that I too was finishing up my degree, spending hours in McKeldin, and defending my master's thesis. What will carry you from this day forward is faith. Not in the cross yourself way, but that's good too. Faith that you've been well trained and the universe will take care of you. But you have to do your part. You have to be curious. You have to have a doggedness that drives you to ask why and ask it again. I want to talk a little about risk. I am risk averse, but the most courageous thing I ever did was quit my reporting job in Bradenton, Florida, and go to grad school at Maryland. The road there was bumpy. My first semester at Davidson College, where I did my undergraduate degree, I rocked a 1.9. 1.9. So I had some doubts this prestigious university was going to admit me, but I did have faith. And it was one of the most transformative times of my life. Fast forward to 2019, last year I left a great newsroom, the Minneapolis Star Tribune, to come to another great newsroom at the Houston Chronicle to be managing editor. Was I ready? Maybe. We'll see. Has it been rough? You bet. Moving across the country to lead a newsroom of scrappy journalists in a town where I knew no one, and then 4 months in, a pandemic hits? Well, I'm learning so much about leadership, especially in the midst of a true once-in-a-lifetime crisis. But I have faith that this is going to be one of those best decisions yet, one that will make all the difference. So please don't be so planned out in search of the perfect career that you miss the detour signs along the way. Take risk, please take risks. Have faith that your decision-making will lead you to the right place. Your classmates are the people you will cross paths with your entire career. I hope you were nice to them, because together, you're the next crop of leaders in this industry. Create space for people who haven't had it. That's one of the things I'm super cognizant of now that I have the ability to do it. Think broadly about where you can do the work, where you can tell the stories, where you can serve the community. Find those places. From covering pandemics to elections that matter, to telling the stories of people suffering, injustices, to those that are inspiring, you're part of a great tradition, and it's going to be okay. Finally, Ida B. Wells, journalist and civil rights activist, was awarded a posthumous citation from the Pulitzer Board this year. I had the honor of serving on a Pulitzer jury, and it really was exhilarating reading all the absolutely courageous work that happened last year. Her legacy is important to many of us. So I leave you with this from Ida B. Wells. The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them. Turn your light of truth upon them. Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
And now, our student speaker, Alana Caesar. Alana is graduating with degrees in journalism and government and politics. She has served as the vice president of Maryland's Phi Alpha Delta Pre-Law Fraternity Chapter and as the Student Government Association vice president for academic affairs. She has been a research assistant, a tour guide, and a teaching assistant on campus. She has interned for U.S. Senator Mark Warner, WTKR News, CBS This Morning, CNN, the Elizabeth Warren Presidential Campaign, and the American Civil Liberties Union. Alana was chosen by a vote of our seniors for this very, very well-deserved honor.
Good morning, and congratulations to my peers, the Merrill College graduating class of 2020. I think it's safe to say that this is not how any of us saw our final weeks as students, and definitely not our graduation. Whether caring for our loved ones, battling sickness ourselves, or navigating learning and working from home, I hope you all have also taken some time for yourselves. And remember to throw on a pair of pants every now and again. It is no small feat to earn a degree, and we should all take a breath to not only be proud of ourselves for making it past the Merrill student struggles of meeting clip requirements, dodging the Merrill Fs, and lugging camera gear all over the greater DC metro area, but for continuing the course load, all in the midst of a pandemic. That's not something every class can say. Almost 3 years ago, to the month, I decided to add journalism as a second degree, and I can confidently say it was one of the best decisions of my college career. I'm not going to lie, there are definitely times, cough cough, Bethany boot camp and education statistics, where I wondered what had possessed me to go this route. But looking back, there isn't one part of it that I regret. I'm a better student, creator, and person for it. To my fellow graduates, I hope you all can say the same. As I mentioned, this is not the way we saw ourselves leaving Maryland. Many of us were ready to pack up and catch the first train out of Dodge, but that's not how our stories were meant to play out. From my experiences in Merrill, I can safely say that we have never been an average class, and this is just further representation of that. Although there is no normal to return to, we will find a new normal, and there are 3 pieces of advice that I believe will help us as we all embark on that journey. Just as the close of this chapter has not been average, neither was the beginning. We came into college at an unprecedented time of transition in journalism, changes we've continued to see. Our time as students and young adults has shown us that good journalism has never been so important. Whether entering the journalism field, taking the communications route, or breaking away from the profession entirely, we will take with us the personal and professional lessons we've learned. We must remember the importance of honesty and transparency, the difference between fact and opinion, and advocating for what we believe in. Second, the positive of the constant change is that there are infinite possibilities within the unknown. Plans are upended and dreams change, and that's not bad. We've been hardwired to believe that life happens in a linear fashion. Dream job, marriage, kids, etc. And any detour from that is a failure. But at this moment, nothing about the future should feel certain. If it does, you're not taking enough risk. We're not our parents or like any generation before us, and the world we're entering is different as well. As Robert Goheen, the former president of Princeton University, once said, if you feel that you have both feet planted on level ground, then the university has failed you. We are not yet who we're meant to be at our journey's end, and that's okay. That's the point of the journey. Despite the chaos and uncertainty of it all, you're exactly where and who you're meant to be at this moment. Find comfort in the unknown and lean into what is to come. We're only at the beginning. And lastly, choose to dare greatly. We have made it to this day with the help of faculty, friends, and loved ones who've supported us each step of the way. Have as much faith in yourself as they've had in you. Remember that traits that we've shied away from and been taught are wholly negative, like ambitiousness and selfishness, are imperative at this time. And finding who you want to be and establishing what you like out of this life, at times you will have to be ambitious and put yourself first. Don't apologize for that. There is power in asserting your place in this world and knowing what you bring to the table. More importantly, remember to lend a helping hand to those who come after you. We all stand on the shoulders of giants and are here, in part, because of the help of others. Set the stage for the next great writer, videographer, or reporter. There is always someone looking up to you. Don't let them down, and more importantly, don't let yourself down. As one of my all-time inspirations, Maya Angelou once said, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. If you can say yes to all of those, I'd say you're on the right track." So again, congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm thrilled to see where the journey takes us.
Merrill College gives out a variety of awards at commencement for outstanding students and faculty. And now to present our award winners. The Outstanding Multimedia News Senior Award goes to Christine Marie Condon. The Outstanding Broadcast News Senior Award is given to Benjamin Jake Lubbehusen. Our Outstanding Master's Student is Camilla Vioso. The Rob Hyacin Adjunct Faculty Award goes to Robert Little, Investigations Editor for NPR News. The Gerald Fishman Award for News, Commentary, and Criticism by a Student goes to Maya Bogart Rosenberg. The John McNamara Student Sports Writing Award goes to Andrew Franklin Koska. And the Kappa Tau Alpha Awards for Outstanding Academic Accomplishment go to Class of 2020. We are so very proud of you. Remember, this is just the beginning. And now we'd like to close today's ceremony with a complete list of our graduates. Go Terps!
Bye.